Hi everyone, and welcome to the Journalism 640 campaign's final presentation. We are Upstage Marketing, and we're so excited to share our process with you. While these uncertain times have taken away our opportunity to present in person, we hope you will enjoy seeing our work online. For today's presentation, we will have 3 speakers: myself, Grace Horvat, Andrew Wagner, and Dana Wasicki. So, let's go ahead and get started. Thinking back to the beginning of this crazy journey, the Topeka Civic Theater team visited our class to present us with 5 areas of challenges they face. The Upstage marketing team decided we would focus on the product mix and digital presence, as we believed the creative aspects of theater are perhaps the most vital. Over the past semester, the Upstage marketing team has worked together across various fields and skill sets to identify the needs of the Topeka Civic Theater. First up on our team is Cam Smith. Cam Smith worked as our strategy director, helping to solidify tactics and executables for the Topeka Civic Theater. Next up is Dana Wasicki. Dana led the effort on designing and executing our plans book. Eunice Ma assisted the team as our research director, discovering valuable information over the course of 4 months. Next up is Kirsten Gilroy. Kirsten held the role of presentation director and aided in the coming together of our final product. Andrew Wagner led our team as the account executive, communicating and relaying information between us and Topeka Civic Theater. And lastly, we have me, Grace Horvat. I was our team's media director, helping in various creative ways to complete our goals. Let's dive into who Topeka Civic Theater is. Topeka Civic Theater has been a part of the city of Topeka for 84 years. Rich in history and tradition, Topeka Civic Theater provides opportunity for community involvement through not only a shared entertainment experience, but through its 500-plus volunteer workforce and other additional educational opportunities. The organization strives to bring people together to learn and grow while encountering live art. Topeka Civic Theater is primarily funded by an endowment trust, allowing for show rights that are more expensive to be acquired. Topeka Civic Theater also has a large support system of donors and receives fundraising from its event, Bravo. As you can see here, the journey to 2020 has been filled with exponential growth from new buildings to new branding and more. Topeka Civic Theater's current audience is baby boomers. 87% of surveyed ticket holders identified as boomers. This is important to recognize because boomers grew up in a world post-World War II, experienced pressures of the Cold War, and plunged into the hippie movement. These life-changing events may affect their choice in play genre, what kind of experience they'd enjoy, and what perks they might be interested in. Our goal is to maintain boomer membership retention, while also targeting a new audience. Boomers are still the largest consumers of TV, radio, magazines, and newspapers, but they're now more comfortable with newer media. This is important to recognize as we move forward with our advertising campaigns and how to get our message across to this specific audience. As aforementioned, our goal here is to keep boomer retention while also adding new audiences of Generation X and Generation Y. Generation X has become the forgotten generation due to its small size in comparison to boomers and millennials, and the hyperactive target of all marketing being on millennials. Xers experienced the fall of the Great Berlin Wall, the end of the Cold War, and communism disintegration. They also are commonly referred to as the latchkey kids, as they mostly grew up with little parental supervision. Both parents were working and the rise of technology began. According to eMarketer, most Xers report that they do not trust social media. It's our job to create a sense of authenticity to overcome Xers' skepticism and display an emphasis on providing a positive social impact by attending shows. Generation Y, on the other hand, has been the main target of advertising campaigns in recent years. Their lives were affected by the Great Recession, 9/11, the election of Barack Obama, and the expanse of internet and social media. According to Forbes, millennials work best with and respect others that are authentic and true to themselves. Millennials are also deeply moved when they feel a sense of nostalgia. Millennials have a habit of oversharing their lives on social media, but they're also known to only trust quality, popular brands. Our job is to create a social media experience to drive millennials into TCT stores and give them something to post about. During our research, we looked at theater perceptions, what was on stage, and how shows made it to the stage. We planned to hold several focus groups with ticket holders, but because of the pandemic, we had to change our research path. From what we learned in both our primary and secondary research, using your community to share news is crucial. The importance of creating shareable content and getting individuals to post about the theater is vital to gaining new ticket buyers and holders. It's also important for Generation Z and millennials to be able to have shareable content. Right now, social media is seeing a huge drive in engagement-based content. By exploring this further, Topeka Civic Theater has a chance to expand their viewership. From this discussion, we found this age group needs to be incentivized. Young adults feel postcards and posters are tangible souvenirs rather than effective marketing efforts. This group stated they don't seek information on posters. By identifying these consumer behaviors, Topeka Civic Theater has a chance to properly message and furthermore bring in a new demographic. After revisiting our research, we identified Topeka Civic Theater's strengths and opportunities. While it's also important to recognize Topeka Civic Theater does have some weaknesses and threats. Recognizing these 4 categories is crucial to our campaign and the aspects in which we want to highlight.
Now we will move on to marketing strategies. After doing a thorough analysis of our research, we sought to explore what tactics would benefit the Topeka Civic Theater the most. When thinking of our strategies, we focused our efforts in 4 main categories. Those included increasing attendance, growing membership numbers, increasing ticket sales, and improving digital presence. By solidifying our executables in this way, we were able to come up with cohesive and reliable options for our campaign. The following slides are executables we have implemented for TCT to achieve these goals. Our first executable will be a tabletop display. These are mock-ups of a 4x6 tabletop display that will sit on top of all the tables in Sheffield Theater. They are small enough that they won't obstruct the view. To the left would be one side of the display that would be seated on each table. The information gets straight to the point and gives a link so patrons can scan the QR code and leave TCT a review. This easy access gives audience members the chance to interact with TCT while providing valuable feedback. We want everyone who walks through the doors to feel included and valued by the Topeka Civic Theater. By giving them a chance to provide their opinions, TCT shows their audience that they care. To the right is the other side of the display. The information provides a QR code so patrons can find out more information on becoming a season ticket holder on their own. This flyer also includes TCT's social media handles so they can keep up to date with TCT updates. Consumers are all for anything that screams ease and accessibility. By implementing these tabletop displays, TCT will boost awareness for membership while also making their audience feel important. Featured here is a postcard mock-up that will be sent to current season ticket members prior to the season start. This will be reminding them to renew their season tickets now. It will also highlight membership benefits to incentivize ticket holders to renew their tickets. Based on our focus group results, consumers in the boomer demographic like tangible marketing items, whereas younger audiences see them as souvenirs. By choosing to hone in on one specific audience for this executable, TCT has the chance to not only remind ticket holders to purchase tickets, but to boost excitement for upcoming productions. In doing so, audience members will potentially share excitement with others in the broader Topeka community as well. Now we will move on to utilizing Instagram stories. The leftmost mock-up is an Instagram takeover announcement. This will provide a behind-the-scenes point of view from a TCT cast member. This will allow the audience to engage with the cast member and feel more closely connected to the steps leading up to the final production. It also allows for audience members to feel as if they are part of the project. In increasing engagement this way, TCT also excites viewers and enhances shareability. The center mockup is utilizing Instagram's question feature. This provides a resource where TCT followers can ask questions without personal pressure and TCT can respond accordingly. By giving followers the opportunity to interact this way, TCT shows it cares about its following and wants to connect often. The rightmost mockup features an Instagram poll. Utilizing this function will increase engagement by having followers submit votes. The options are endless with this executable. TCT has a possibility to be creative in their own branding while also including their audience in the fun. Featured here is an example of ways TCT can utilize their Instagram stories. These are highlight buttons that we can categorize after they've been posted to TCT Story. Some examples are TCT cast member takeovers, Q&As, the Stay Here campaign, and behind-the-scenes sneak peeks. Having story icons allows for new profile visitors to get a taste of who the Topeka Civic Theater is. Having creative and cohesive brand style for these icons also shows TCT is up to date on social media trends and puts solid effort into their content for consumers. Much like we discussed in the last slide, TCT can execute Facebook Live videos to steam more engagement from followers. The Live option allows for active commentary and feedback. This is a mock-up of a Facebook Live announcement to get a sneak peek at Bravo. Using graphic sneak peeks and highlights are useful reminders and can be used on several platforms. Now we will move on to Twitter. The leftmost mock-up is a pinned tweet. This feature of Twitter allows you to pin a tweet to the top of TCT's feed. This is an easy access point for followers to see all the shows for the season, or any other news. For example, pinning the season announcement allows new viewers to see a little bit into TCT and what's to come. Building up excitement for upcoming productions will, more times than not, lead to more viewership. The top middle photo is an example of a show bio in the pin thread. This kind of content can generate enthusiasm from potential guests of the theater. The bottom middle photo is a minimalistic actor bio that keeps it short and sweet, so will not overwhelm the Twitter feed. This gives followers an idea of who is involved. It also gives cast members the opportunity to mark themselves and TCT simultaneously. The leftmost photo is a Twitter poll function where TCT can ask the audience questions to receive feedback or just create a buzz of audience engagement. Overall, mindfully boosting engagement across all social media platforms will help TCT create a more consistent name for itself.
Another executable we explored during our strategy process were 2 different giveaway samples. Since we found our new audience has to be incentivized, giveaways are a fun and easy way to increase engagement with the target audience. The Matilda poster to the left would be physically posted at the locations of TCT sponsors in the Topeka area. In a social media promotion on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, viewers have to complete a couple of tasks to enter. To participate, one must take a photo with the poster and tag Topeka Civic Leader. They will then be entered into a drawing to win tickets to the performances for them and a guest. This is a great way to engage with TCT's audience. The photo on the right is an example of an Instagram post where participants are instructed to like the post and tag a friend in the comments to be entered to win a free pair of tickets. This will boost social media engagement, and a giveaway like this should also allow for audience sharing. As viewers tag friends in the comments, Topeka Civic Leader spreads to more and more users. The Upstage marketing team also came up with various advertisements with local broadcasting networks as unique and fun in a fun way for the Topeka Civic Leader to build awareness to new target audiences. The TV ad on the left is structured to increase awareness of the benefits of TCT season memberships. This will start airing 1 month before the main stage season opens to boost and excite potential new audience members, as well as push them to purchase tickets in advance. The TV ad on the right increases awareness of TCT productions and will be aired starting 3 weeks before the opening of each main stage production for the same boosting encouragement as the advertisement on the left. Both TV ads will be used on local channel WIBW 13 News, one during the 5 p.m. newscast on Monday through Friday, and the other during the 6 p.m. newscast on Monday through Friday. We found these times to be in line with our target audience as viewers tune in heavily at these times. Similar to TV advertising, radio spots garner a lot of attention in the Topeka area and have a chance to reach the ears of someone who doesn't know about Topeka Civic Leader. The radio ad on the left will begin on mouth before the start of the new season to highlight the benefits of TCT season memberships. By highlighting the benefits, listeners will be incentivized to learn more. The radio ad on the right will increase awareness of upcoming TCT productions. It will begin running 2 weeks before the opening of each main stage production. This timeline serves as a reminder to purchase tickets while simultaneously exciting potential audience members. Both radio ads will be ran on KCVT FM and run 2 times per day, Monday through Friday. They will run once during the morning rush hour between 6 and 9 a.m. and the other during the evening rush hour between 4 and 6 p.m. This timeline will garner the most listeners. Individuals love going places and receiving small, tangible things they can take away with them to remember their experience, which is why a selfie station is perfect for TCT on production nights. It will allow audience members the opportunity to take photos and allow them to take a branded selfie print away with them so they will always remember their experience at TCT. Featured above are examples of photo booth images and post. This one costs $3,000 and allows a plug-in and go model with the only assembly required being for the camera to be attached before it is ready for each use. Another benefit of this tactic is the shareability. Guests will share their experience online, further boosting awareness of TCT. Illustrated here is a continuation of the current TCT campaign. We have revamped it to the Stay campaign. TCT first wanted its audience to be here, be thrilled, be cranky, and we recommend that TCT encourage its audience to stay here, stay entertained, and stay thrilled as it continues into this next season. After the Stay campaign is over, we want the audience to leave with something, so we recommend a Leave campaign to tie in the Be and the Stay campaign. Another executable we thought would greatly benefit TCT is a social media calendar. Here we have two social media calendars that look at a 1-week period. The top calendar is for when it's production season, and the bottom calendar is for when it's off season. The use of calendars are not only organizational, but will help TCT keep record of what works and what doesn't. Keeping track of consumer insights is very important, and by planning creative content, Topeka Civic Theater has the opportunity to discover audience behavior in a whole new way. Expanding off of the previous slide, here you can see an entire month of scheduled content. This is a social media calendar mock-up that's outlined for May 2021. The schedule helps to ensure each social media platform is being used effectively and will allow the marketing team to know what is being posted for the day instead of having to think about when and what to post. After identifying frequency as a weakness, we thought strategic social planning could largely impact viewership in a positive way. A calendar also allows for a grand scheme notion to be implemented into the marketing of TCT. Lastly, we have our projected budget for the Upstage marketing campaign. In total, we found our executables would cost around $18,000. It's important to note this is an estimate. One unique thing about Topeka Civic Theater is its mission in bringing people together. We believe that idea plays a huge role in budgeting. Leaning on the Topeka community by exploring in-kind promotions will not only benefit TCT in numerous ways, but will allow for people to knowingly contribute to a mindful mission. Thank you so much for allowing us the opportunity to share in the joy that the Topeka Civic Theater brings to people everywhere. At the root of this crazy and uncertain semester, we have had the chance to be a part of a unique story, and what's more true to theater than a great story? Topeka Civic Theater has immense potential to bring people into their chairs to listen and be a part of new stories every day. Upstage Marketing has had the absolute pleasure of working alongside such great storytellers. Thank you.